Oh man. Ah, well, thirsty, hungry, and grateful. For what? I seem to have to be making a comeback right now. Why? So I heard about the labor market and how it's getting twisted and bended and stroked the wrong way for specific reasons, by the way. Now, you want to do something that's undoable and maybe a form of discriminative actives. Why? Because you're discriminating against unions, fair pay, who, when, what, where, educated, uneducated, a certain look that you want. I mean, the list goes on and on from a lawyer's perspective. Then, not only do you want a mask, you want a glove. You might as well just bundle up for the summertime, man. And then I said to myself, well, you got a habit of looking for cheap labor in these strenuous times. And then I said, well, who would suffer from something like that? Someone trying to get to that. And they've been trying to get to that for centuries now. That's why I said Moon need to make his own Moon dollars so it won't be no discriminative acts against the dollars. And I will pay you all equally. Whether, then again, but then, like I said, this is competitive workforce. This is not equal workforce. Now, man, I had to think about it. Then I said to myself, well, you got all the riches. Well, I'm sorry, Jeff Bezos has all the riches. But like I said, he also had foreign ties. You gotta look more into these things. And then when I said, well, foreign ties, you don't have to do the certain things that individuals with social security numbers have to do. But you still get the same equal opportunity as those same individuals, even down to a license. America. And that's even more of it. Like I said, I don't want to take nothing away from them. It's just more or less. How many individuals are disenfranchised because they get pulled over? And who get pulled over the most? Since we going on a statistical tirade of data, and I said to myself, you cross borders and you get a tax-free job. You want to make America great again, don't you? Oh man. And in your eyes, you see, it's just your eyes, right? And I said to myself, I got a small fan base out there that actually appreciates some of the things I have to say. It's very, very small. And then you have millions upon millions in your fan base who don't really care what you have to say. They just agree with it. But anyway, man, we'll see how the market goes and we'll see how the labor goes because I don't know. You know what I mean? And for me to say I know would only make matters worse. Because I don't know, that is. Fox News. Salute to Fox News, man. Today on Fox News. Today. NBC News. Today. News contributor Dr. Joseph Farr sick with COVID-19. The millions and millions and millions of people sick with the COVID. And I hear you out there trying to whip up another stimulus. But the thing is, you doing what you did the last time with the last stimulus. It's prolongment. You always got a habit of prolongment. It's like when you walk across that green grass at the White House. It takes longer than normal, man. You got that walk like, I'm only here to get paid, man. And you on the hour. Does the president get paid by the hour? I want to know. Or does the president get paid at all? That's another question we need to bring down, because like I said, majority of the presidents before this president had to get rid of majority of their stuff because it was a conflict of interest. But see, consider this though. The American people have voted for Freedom of Speech Act. Not only does it transgress itself into the workplace, it transgresses itself into reality, which is, if I don't like something for the moment, it could go either way. Or if I like something for the moment, it could go either way. That's a discriminative act. It's supposed to be fair. Now, if I'm feeling some type of way and I just don't like the color of your shirt and I go off, is that fair? Or how about if I come to the place without my mask on? Is that fair? Nope. And like I said, you create all of these things subliminally behind the scenes, even down to releasing Manny Ford immediately. Now, if you can release Manny Ford for the COVIDs, you might as well release everyone for the COVIDs, if that's what you're trying to do. But like I said, that's your campaign manager. He took the rap for you only for you to come back around within the spans of time. But if somebody else did that, they wouldn't have got out on the party, man. Stimulus $6,000. But that means you had to take time to actually produce that. And from the estimate of the time it took for that to get to these people, since July you known about this. COVID, that is. And some people still just, oh man. You gotta think these things through before you know. And then not only did you do that, you did a whole bunch of other stuff. You went corporate though. Free cars for 5 months, no payments. You go back if you want to. What else? Free mortgage and free rent for homeowners. Or should I say free mortgage and what the homeowners pay for? What's the thing called? Mortgage. Yeah, mortgage and the list goes on. And then you gave the businesses loans for what? Their employees. What happened to the Work Protection Act? Mm. Oh, my bad. That was one of Obama things. Must have got rid of that, man. For changing infrastructure. Nah, don't try to change it now, baby. And like I said, you can change some, but not all. I'm trying to change all of it because it's time for an upgrade. And from the looks of things, it's been overdue. Why? Because other countries are actually winning. As coronavirus, India, live updates, cases, deaths, and news today. You see how this has its dominoes effects. But who will admit it? Today's weather, one more sunny day. Yeah, under the COVID-19. And like I said, prolong it as long as you like. I don't mind it because I've understand that the power that you have and the ability. Oh yeah, salute to Grammarly for shouting me out, the sponsor today. The power you have and the backers that you have, it's amazing. You can cut out the internet. You can send Verizon. You can, But I said you got too much time on your hands, baby boy. You need someone with innovation, motivation, and no discrimination. That's what you need. Someone that doesn't matter how much money you make. They just want to make everyone great. Oh man, you may have to go back into your White House and sit for a little while, man. Just sit there. I shout out to Mnuchin for finally putting on that mask, man. And see if he can work on that next 6,000 stimulus. Cause like I said, man, he working with what he could work with, but he needs more, man. He needs help, man. He needs help, man. Maybe a trigonometrist or a multiplist, somebody that does extreme multiple math. Trump rebukes Fauci. I'm sorry, Fauci. Oh man, Trump has been discriminating against all types of racists, man. And at first, he was all for it. Now, he's realizing that he can't gain from someone else's pain. So he's not for it. But it's an act of humanitarianism. Are you human or just rich? And from them chapter 12 and 13, it doesn't seem that way, man. It seems like you're fighting off something. And I said, well, what are you fighting against? Oh, yeah. The poor. Why? Because they can't afford to do all these spying on people and doing all of this and sending that and, taking a chance with others' lives because they can't pay people to do all this stuff. But Mr. President can. That's why he was able to get Manny Ford off like that. In a snap of a, pandemic. But no one else can do that. Could you please listen to the doctor? Fauci, man. It's supposed to be your head doctrine in place, man. And to disobey that, you basically disobeying the American people, man. Why? Because he spent multiple years and times on diseases, man. Only the disrespect. Fauci. Trump pointedly. Who you gonna point these little fingers at next, huh? Little fingers, little hands. I hope it ain't that Melania. Nah, he's still pointing at Fauci for his testimony to Congress, which is he don't see nothing opening up like that, particularly. Why? Because you can cause another outbreak. Because that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking over time, all of these things in, day out. I told you that dust that was up underneath there done accumulated. It done got enormous like the blah. And it hit everyone. Now, it's no more bleach. Well, no more big bottles. You gotta get them little joints. Sad. What to expect from today's unemployment numbers? Oh man, I heard today about 3. Hold on, let's see what it says. Well, at least the percentage of oil prices and energy shares rallied. The Dow was up 1.62%. Congratulations. I mean, you was up 1,600 a year ago, but don't look like that now. As job losses have hit poor. Oh, they call it poor America. How did America go poor? Do I have to vacate the country? Cause I've been trying to get down to Mexico, but they telling me I need passports and all this extra stuff. I figured, hey man, this part of the American land. It's just a border wall between us. Oh man, the Federal Reserve taking surveys as to the record long economic expansion. I'm trying to get you to expand, but you need to expand your dollar. Because it ain't, listen, not a lot, but just enough. Why? Because that same dollar that you're going to expand is going to come right back to you, which you're going to increase spending. But you don't want to do that. You want to increase the 1%, and then, like I said, the 1% probably on their way out, man, another 10, 20 years, man. Another 10, 20 years, baby. You got to think about these things. Like I said before, who knows? Probably could live another 100 years, that is. Today's headline on commentary. That's a lot of that in Forbes. How the pandemic could transform today's home into tomorrow's sanctuary. Sanctuary, commentary, it's all contrary to what thought. Why? Because none of this has nothing to do except the coronavirus. Now, were you prepared? No. Now, did you do all you could? You tried. Now, we're in this situation where it's been a month and some change. Yeah, it's strict guidelines, but you gotta think of what happened in the beginning, which was nothing was open. And it seems to be loosening up, but still with the strict guidelines. Now, do you see things changing in the next month or so? Uh, if I was to ask myself, I'm hopeful. Today's coronavirus numbers, May 14th. Well, seeing as though, like I said, I'm hopeful. My hopes can be broken, shattered, scattered all over the world, only to become a mockery for someone else. Today's headlines is Anthony Fauci, today's Galileo, the champion of science. I don't listen, man. That's just wrong. How you gonna compare that to that? Science is science, man. And like I said, you out here disrespecting the head doctor in charge, man. Fauci, man. How dare you? It's a mamma mia. Today's top 5 from Purdue University. You want to be a top of top and this and top of that and top of that, but you don't want nobody on top. Could you tell Melania I said hello? Will you laugh or cry at the U.S. today's bare record prediction? Man, that's another thing too, man. No basketball, but you still letting soccer presume. And no one around baseball. But hey, man, what you don't do, someone may have to. And that's why I'm here, man. You're running out, man. You're running out. You just don't have what it takes. I thought you did. As NVIDIA wants to power today's cars techs and tomorrow's robotic taxis. More jobs to be obtained by machinery. I'm convinced you want to inflict something on people. Except yourselves. Mac Pro hits new all-time low. Listen, of course, technology stores ain't open like that. You gotta call somebody. And like I said, didn't you pay them first? Didn't you pay the stores and everything first? Or did you? I'm hoping you did. To stay close. But my hopes can be shattered and scattered. Or it could be, like I said, gave to this business and that, and not to this business and that. Because you got the format all down, lay it down, what areas, what not areas. So, is that the case? Is the president discriminating against areas? Is the question. I don't know. In my head, Head itching in the back there, baby. I don't know, man. Today's COVID-19 case. Today, totals is a significant increase due to backlog results. Listen, man, y'all ain't account for all of them kids. I'm hearing the kids is catching it now. But I ain't hearing too much about it. Because that's another, like I said, they gonna have to get paid for this. Got to. Because one, you gotta take care of sick kids, man. Ooh. Third world country type. When you asking for the help, I'm trying to figure out what's the holdup. Judgment Day. Oh wow, wait a minute. That's the Lansing State Journal. Judgment Day. Seeing the protest against Michigan's stay-at-home order. Well, every time you do a protest, it seems to be increasing the COVID-19 numbers. Like I said, you make the rules and you want to break them. Whoops. Ah, man. How to listen to today's Supreme Court arguments. Since the freedom of speech has erupted itself, you might as well let a robot do the work, man. I mean, as far as judging and doing all this other stuff. Because it could be, like I said, you wanted majority of your picks in there. And you wouldn't pick unless it was your pick. I mean, we went through the whole and all that and everything else. Remember? You know, from Barr to Kavanaugh to the lady accusing them, you know, and all that. R. Kelly and Bill is still in there. Catholics, Muslim call for world to pray together. Salute to that, man. Salute to that, man. Yeah. Why? You only human. Something else created you. With that being said, peace. I got to go.